wanted to say hi, you know. And he was like, oh my God, oh thank you, I didn't know if you wanted to talk to me, and thank you for saying hi, and oh it's cool, we're cool now, right? And I was like, yeah, whatever, man. You know, he's like, oh I thought you hated me. Oh, I got some shows I want to book you on. So, you know, and like, and it just didn't miss a beat, like right back into being Teddy, and like, you know.
No, I mean, he's Teddy.
That's it. Like, you know, from all the dumb crap that happened in the past, like none of it even means anything now, and you know, he's busy doing his thing, and we're busy doing our thing.
Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels, we affectionately refer to as OMD. Old Man Daniels. Because he's old, and I hope he watches this.
Okay, he is ancient, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, he got heat the first day of wrestling school because he, you know, forgot his sandals. But.
Yes, he got his wrestling sandals. Daniels was a guy that, you know, like he was like one of the first indie superstars, you know. I always remember hearing about like Reckless Youth and Christopher Daniels, and Daniels pretty much helped out everybody to get to where they are. Like he helped out me. He helped out me and Cabana. He helped out
Dragon Spanky.
He helped out Dragon Spanky. You know, he helped out the Pit Bulls. He's helped out everybody. So, you know, he's literally like kind of our grandfather. You know.
That's why we affectionately call him OMD.
Except we can all just absolutely beat his ass. So he doesn't, you know. Oh man, I gotta think of some really. I know
Show him a picture of us in the Cactus, man.
Oh, okay.
Best picture ever. This is our
Cactus.
Our god niece.
The Cactus is Christopher Daniels' daughter, who I of course affectionately refer to as the Cactus because the first time I ever held her, what the hell do I know about holding a baby? I swear I was like this. I was like, hey, you know, baby, and her head's all. Her head's doing that. I didn't know you're really supposed to support the head or whatever, you know. So Daniel's like, Jesus, did it hold my daughter like it was a cactus? I don't know. You gonna be able to zoom in on that?
Aww. Isn't that precious?
Funny story about this picture. There was a fourth person in it, but they weren't smiling, so I cut them the fuck out of it. How dare you not smile when the cactus is in the picture? The fourth person will remain unnamed. Yeah, you know, Daniels deserves everything he has. You know, that's one of the reasons I'm glad TNA's still around is because, you know, it's paying his mortgage.
Paying for the Cactus's clothes.
Yep. Actually, I buy the Cactus a lot of clothes.
Yeah, you do.
It's the soft side of CM Punk that you all didn't know, you know, except I buy the Cactus rad stuff like Misfits onesies and like Little Ramones t-shirts, you know, and like stuff with skulls on them.
Yeah,
but, like, the only time she ever wears it is like, you know, when they know they're going to see me, and the rest of the time, you know. I got her this really bitchin' Boris Karloff.
I remember that.
It was green, and it just had Frankenstein heads all over it. It was awesome. But
you had that jersey at that.
She ain't never. Yeah, the ChillerCon. She ain't never gonna wear it. Yeah. Yes, I'm affectionately referred to as Punkle, as Uncle Punk.
Punkle.
Yeah, and I like to teach the Cactus little things like how to slap people in the face, which she's actually doing now.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And she was also in a Geico commercial with Mommy recently.
No, it wasn't Geico. It was
was it, or
was it that Ken Jennings loser from?
Yeah, but it was a Geico commercial.
No, it was Singular.
Singular commercial. Yeah.
So look out for the Cactus.
So now she makes more money than us in residual checks, which is very proud of her.
Yeah, I'll be living in the Cactus's spare bedroom in about 20 years. Talking about, I remember when I used to bounce you on my knee. Can you pick up a pizza on your way home? I'm going to be all fat and slovenly.
As far me and Chris Chris Daniels, goes back to like my first year in wrestling, and he's largely responsible for the exposure I got with a lot of indie promotions. Recommended me to a lot of indie promoters. When he first met me, he didn't like me too much, believe it or not. But then as we ended up wrestling each other in this stupid training series of tapes that I did with him, and he's like, "Wow, you can work, kid," and I was like, "Oh, well, thanks, old man." Kid. And yeah, that's where the OMD started actually, and from then, you know, he got me into Ring of Honor, and you know, honestly, he's largely responsible for the exposure. The majority of some of your top, I guess, independent guys today
He is.
have gotten because of he was such a strong worker, such a strong hand that guys could always rely on. And the mystery enigma of all time will always continue to be why WWE never signed him, because he always had the look, he always had the promo skills, and he could work the lights out of any wrestler that they had on the roster at any time. In fact, I remember him coming and doing a show, and him and Kurt Angle had one of the best matches, with Kurt Angle having a concussion and could not take a bump. And he had one of the greatest matches I've ever seen in a long time with Kurt Angle, and just carried him on his back through this whole series. And this is when Kurt first started wrestling too. It wasn't when he really developed into this really great wrestler. But yeah, he's just everybody you see, like, it's everybody that you see in ROH today, especially the top guys who first started out, was because of words that have come from Daniels and for recommendations that have come from Daniels, and he's largely responsible for Ring of Honor and for a lot of the indie superstars you see today. Daniels would have had a hand in recommending them or getting them bookings or telling promoters, hey, you need to use this guy, you need to see this guy, he's good, and from that I'll never be able to repay him. Great guy.
I'd say in the group we roll with, like me, Joe, AJ, Daniels,
Brian, Spank,
everybody, Cabana.
Yeah.
Daniels is like he's like the den mother, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he truly is.
He checks up on everybody. He makes sure everybody's okay. I've gone through some rotten times, like in my personal life, and Daniels has been there to talk at 4 in the morning with the 3-hour time difference, from California to Chicago or Philly, whatever. He's just always just been really, really rad, And
I remember times when I've been stranded. I was flying out for Ring of Honor shows, and I'd get stranded, and I really didn't have a lot of experience flying and going out to the East Coast, and I'd be stranded somewhere, and Daniels would be like, here, call here, rent a car, if you need to use my credit card number, here's my credit card number, and just above and beyond, and not knowing that at that time he did not have the money to be doing this for me, and really didn't owe me anything outside of the recommendation he already got me there, but just to make sure I was taken care of. And he just was really good with that. We all affectionately call him OMD, but he's still a guy that we all really, really respect and look up to, and probably one of the best guys in the business, bar none. I've been all over the world with him, and there's no one I'd rather have traveled those roads with. He's just a great guy.
Yep. Next on the list, you actually just mentioned him, AJ Styles.
AJ. Well, there's another guy that Daniels is responsible for first getting into that spotlight. I remember hearing about AJ Styles, where Christopher Daniels, it was the 51st
anniversary.
Is it the 50th or 51st NWA anniversary show? And ever since then, it's been AJ Styles, to a point where, and this is just to put Daniels over again, to a point where AJ's kind of surpassed him in TNA. AJ's their golden boy, and Daniels doesn't care. A lot of other guys would be jealous or pissed, but he's just he's elated for AJ. And even TNA I think's missing the boat with Daniels. They're just now trying to push him singles and putting him in a program with AJ, and it's just Daniels. He's patient and everything, and I think he tries to project that in all of us, and he really tries to project it in AJ. And I really think AJ looks up to Daniels as a father figure, and AJ's the same way, hey man, you need to stay in my hotel room, or hey, you pick me up at the airport, I'm gonna buy you lunch, and and this and that. Never listen to me and AJ get into a religious conversation, because that's pretty ridiculous. But that's why we're all friends, is because we're all different. We all come from somewhere else, and we all believe different things, but we're still friends, And a lot of these are going to sound the same. That it's just that these guys are selfless and they'll do anything, and help their friends, and
And I'm so much more better at video games than AJ, no matter what he tells you.
That is true.
Because AJ will have all the gimmicks. He has those Xboxes that you download game. You don't even need the game. It doesn't matter. Because I'm better than him.
AJ's crazy.
Yeah, AJ's crazy. I whooped him bad at Tekken 4 in front of his wife 5 times at the Van Skate Park, California. And to this day, I had to let him win because his wife was crying because she wanted to leave so bad. This is true. So AJ Styles, though you are a good person, you suck at video games, and I will always be better than you. So never forget that. Thank you and good night.
I don't even play video games.